Hello, my name is Vladimir Montoya, and I became interested in certifying under Nikki for my level 1 and 2 Reiki because there was something that happened about a year or so ago that gave me this intuition that this is a path for me to follow. And I had an experience with some energy work, and it just felt really powerful. And I felt something within me that just felt awakened. Like I'm like, whoa, this is like something I should look into. And just me as being a person who trusts intuition, I immediately just started to just like think about it more and put it out there and tell people, "Oh, I want to learn more about energy work and just ask questions." And out of nowhere, Nikki being a friend of mine for years, at least 2016 or 17, she reaches out, said she's coming to Austin to do some education and seminars and so on. And I offered this for her to stay at the house, and one thing to another, she told me that she's a Reiki master, and I'm like, whoa, what a great opportunity. And so I decided in that moment, I'm like, I think this is being put in front of me, and I should take the opportunity. And so we had the conversation, and eventually, that's where it led to me getting certified in level 1 and 2. The first big aha moment that I had with Reiki was that it's a very intuitive thing, and as long as I can trust myself and know myself and stay taking care of myself and what I'm doing for me, then I'm also going to be able to attune myself to the energy itself and be able to provide a healing experience for someone. And with that being said, knowing that this type of healing and energy work for other people is like, I am not using my own energy, even though I am like the channel for it, but that I am just the channel. Like it's just passing through me to other people. So I don't, it doesn't like, ideally, it doesn't like wear me out. Necessarily. Of course, I am giving time and attention. So that in itself, it is you know energy consuming for me, but the work that I'm doing itself is just me passing energy that is not necessarily mine, and allows someone else to receive the gift of it. And that, to me, that I find that to be really beautiful in a way, to not have me be the person that gets worn out from it and give my energy into it like that. The process itself, to me, was one, it was very enjoyable in my personal experience. It Of course it was time consuming, but there were like practice, and then there was learning from a presentation, and then back to either practice or like receiving some of the energy. And so it wasn't just like sitting there for 4 hours and listening and seeing some presentation, but just this back and forth with, which for a person like me, it's really valuable because I can just sit still and do nothing. And then once there would be some sort of exercise, or my time to receive or even to give, there would be some opportunity to have reflection, which honestly was really great because I got to share my experience. And then Nikki, you're able to like help me or even reflect back some of the things that I was saying back to you. And so um, I really enjoyed being able to like be asked, okay, tell me, write down on your journal, tell me what you experienced, and whatever came out is what came out. There's no like, oh, you need to have, all these things happened. Also, it was very, something that I really enjoyed is that it was very much my own experience. It wasn't like, okay, here's what's going to happen here, and you need to have this result out of it. Like when you come out of this one, meditation or exercise, this is what will happen. It was like what comes out of it is like trust that that is the right thing for you. And that to me was really great because it's teaching me to just be trusting in general that what shows up is the right thing and not to be looking for a specific result, even though the idea is for this to be giving some, physical and emotional healing and so forth. I I am now practicing the trust within myself and giving that to other people too. Something that you've reflected back is has always been like you are just already such a like powerful energy or such a healer. Like and that to me was like really that's I've always known that very much to some of these questions that you're asking me, but it was nice to be reflected back from someone who already does this work. And then, but what makes a difference now is that I now have a structure, and that structure gives me a little bit more trust within myself. Like, yes, like I may have all the at least the confidence in myself, but having the structure behind it, education, um, and this certification not because it's a piece of paper, but actual the time spent. And something that you said to me at the end of the certification is like, we could do the certification in the time that it took, but ultimately you reminded me like go practice over and over and over on people. And to be honest with you, before me getting this certification, I wouldn't really feel as comfortable going to tell someone, hey, can I practice energy work on you? Or, I'm not certified in Reiki. Like it's kind of difficult for me to do that because I don't feel like even though I know I'm a healing person and I have great power to like help people feel better about themselves in some capacity, I also don't have, the education and the background to say, hey, look, I actually have studied this too. And it's not just my intuition telling me, but also have something backing me saying, hey, this is like you can do this. And of someone else, like a teacher, a guide, a master, Reiki master, telling me, hey, yeah, like you're good at this. Like you can go ahead and please go help other people with your gift. So it's that instilled confidence by another. Um, and I think that's really valuable. I mean, um, yes, I can go do it on my own, but I think that having that extra person or people continuing to celebrate me and say, "Hey, you can do this," and then me going and putting in reps over and over and over to continue to become a master of the craft, whether I'm level 1 or 2, or obviously this at least would be level 2 if I'm doing, for other people. Um, yeah, I think that's really powerful. So I am a love and relationship coach as well as a fitness trainer, and for the last year, I've been involved into more the sexuality space and learning more about it as well, so I can like expand my coaching with people relating to each other. That's pretty much where I'm at, and how to move my body and other people's bodies better, and how I intend to use this to help other people is to help them come back to love, to help people come back to a more grounded place, to a place that feels more like themselves. And that looks different in the gym, that looks different in a coaching session in for relationship coaching or sex coaching and things like that. And it'll vary, but the whole idea is to give people a little to show them more of who they are and have them just realize like, yeah, I have my own I have my own strength, I have my own power, I know who I am, and to help them kind of unblock themselves in some way. And I know that's a lot of the idea that happens here with energy work. It's like we have parts of ourselves that are blocked in some way, that are holding on to something tight, holding on to some energy, and could be really old, or it could be just happened something this morning. And the idea is for me to allow that to flow, to let energy flow, so life can actually like really flourish within, and people can just be a little bit more themselves. All I've wanted to do my whole life is just continue to be more myself, and I just want to keep giving that gift, and I can see the impact that this gives, because I've seen it work for me in some capacity. I've seen it work for other people, not for me being a practitioner, but just in other ways. And so I believe in the power of it, and I see the impact of it being extremely valuable. I strongly believe that what's for me, it's will be presented in the path that I choose. And this this I've chosen the path of life that led me to this work, and I believe it to be powerful. You showed up at my house because I started to trust myself even more, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I think this is my next step. And maybe Reiki is for other people, for this person who has seen this video. And my encouragement is to just really trust yourself, trust that if you do end up doing this certification, and that there will be something in it for you, and whether that be helping someone else receive the gift of it, or for yourself and the gift of it in the certification itself, or even just in the process of certifying. I mean, I think there's more than just being able to do the practice. Maybe the what needs to come out of it is more than just being able to heal someone or yourself. That there could be, but if this is the step that feels right in this moment, I just highly encourage like taking the next best step that feels good. I Every time in my life that I've taken the step in front of me that has seemed like the next best step, that step has taken me to the next best thing in my life. And whether that be, I'm doing Reiki right now, and I want to practice it with other people, but maybe in 2-3 years from now, I'm adding this to another practice, or complete changing careers. But this is the path I needed to take, and I'm trusting that. I'm trusting that this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I know that when I trust this way, life just works in a beautiful, more like magical, and like just powerful way. And I'm all about just having a really expansive and big life. I really trust you, Nikki. I trust you because I know you're a person who trusts herself and the path that you've taken. And of course, like I know you, maybe whoever you're certifying and whoever's seeing this, we didn't know you as much. And I also know your heart. Like I trust your heart. Like I'm definitely the kind of person that I look for people's hearts, and to see if it's in the right place. And when doing this work, like I just knew that your heart was in the right place. Like I would not let someone whose heart is not in the right place like give me a gift like this. Like I'd rather just not receive a gift if it's not coming from the right place. And I just knew like this is a gift from love for love. And so I am going to receive it. And this will be like amazing. This will give more love into the world, and whether it's in my life to other people, or in so on, or your life to other people. I was very trusting that this is what needed to happen. And yeah, that's just what's there.